Hi, and welcome back to Tucker Business and Travel. I'm Howard Tucker, your host, and also for a travel advisor. And I'm here with Josh Smith, who is located in Manchester, England, visiting with us
Sure.
again. And we're just going to talk about, hey, where did you go, Josh, this summer?
The big trip I had this summer was a trip to Jamaica for 10 days. Just came back a couple of weeks. Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks since I returned now, and I do miss it. I do miss it.
You do miss it. You do miss it. So, tell me a little bit about where are you from in England? You were naturally born in England, correct?
Yeah, I am. I live in Manchester, and I've lived here for quite a while. But my hometown's actually Bradford, which is about 45-ish miles northeast of
Okay.
Manchester.
Okay. And so this was an opportunity to go back and meet other relatives who actually live in Jamaica.
Yeah, that's right. So I did get to meet up with one of my aunties whilst we were out there. I did actually go out with quite a big cohort of my UK based family too. So we actually did. There was actually like a big contingent of us that went out to Jamaica as well. So of course, I got to benefit because admittedly I think I was the there was only a few of us that were actually first timers, including myself. So I actually was able to benefit from their experience. And when we went out there, and of course. When we met up with family that live out there, we also benefit from their expertise too.
Okay.
Yeah, which is very handy.
So this sounds like a very large family, like internationally large family.
Oh, yes, yes. I mean, we there's, in the UK alone, yeah, I've got a fair amount of family members on either side of the like my mum or dad's side. There's a lot of us in the UK. Never mind opening up to America, Jamaica, and I think Canada featuring there as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So everyone goes back. Well, they try to go back to Jamaica. What surprised you? What was in Jamaica that just like, wow, I didn't expect this.
The sun going down at 7 o'clock. No, I make a joke about that one because I was because of course in the UK I'm used to, well, at its absolute peak of summer I'm used to like the sun going down like say after 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. So that was
Oh,
that was a little adjustment. But I suppose I knew that we're easygoing people, but then to actually like to be in the environment where it is essentially everything is that, then
hmm.
because we went on a catamaran because we went to do a tour of Dunn's River, for example, and they were telling us about strict times. About we need to be. You only got like an hour to do this. You only got an hour to do that. And I was thinking, I already knew in my head, like, come on, people, we already know what's going to happen here. Just to tell a joke, like the boat was called "Me soon come." Now, "Me soon come" is like a Jamaican, it's like a way of saying "I'll be
Hmm.
back later." But when you say that, it's a very loose term. Like it could be minutes, it could be hours.
Yeah, it fluctuates, right?
It fluctuates
It
wildly,
fluctuates. Okay,
wildly.
right. So that's when oh wow, it shakes my camera because it's so funny. But that's actually an island life, right? It gets
Yes.
here when it gets here. That's basically what they're saying. It gets here when it gets here.
Yeah.
So that makes it that. So what else surprised you about something that you didn't expect? You talked to me a little bit about the food. I mean, had Jamaican food, love Jamaican food. Is there a difference between what we get, like say in the States and also in England versus what you had on the island?
So, of course, we have to deal with a lot of these things being imported. Uh, I do think that a part of that the journey that the food doesn't have to travel very far, you can definitely taste the difference, in my opinion. And I think that showed in pretty much every time ever, because of course we
Mhm.
did stay in the resort, so of course they had the Jamaican chefs on hand that were cooking up the food every day, and I was thinking, okay, this is good. And then of course
Mhm.
we then had like days out, and we had like we had like days out where we would like say we'd go to like certain markets, we'd go to certain restaurants and cafes and stuff, and it's like everything from the fruit to like the cooked meals, like the difference. Honestly, the pineapple I had out there, Just for an example, like the pineapple I had out there, I've tried pineapples in the UK, and all I felt was sadness. I was like, oh man, it's not the same. It's not the same.
Yeah, yeah. No, I totally agree. The
And the
plantain.
mangoes, don't get me started.
Yeah, mangoes. It's just a different flavor. Well, it's climate, it's the soil,
Hmm.
and it's also our expectations, right? That is also part of it. Like I'm eating it from the home soil and understanding that. But I definitely understand that there's a flavor difference, and also too, as you were saying, the shipping. Also, they pick it much earlier so that it's not as ripe when it arrives, as opposed
Hmm.
to when it naturally ripens in its own home soil or home area. And I can definitely taste that in bananas. The difference between the bananas I receive in Brazil, which are like 5 or 6 different varieties, and then also what I've had in the States, because it takes time. They ship them while they're green, and then they ripen after they get to the market. So
Yes.
it doesn't give it as much time to actually get that flavor to it. So I can see that with a lot of fruits and vegetables. But tell me about the flavors of the spices, because I understand that Jamaicans like things really spicy, and the English like things a little bland. So how did that work?
Well, thankfully, I was brought up with plenty spice and flavor in the food. So, of course, me going out to Jamaica is just like, okay, I already know it. I've already got a certain baseline. Let's
Okay,
go. Let's go.
let's go. Let's do this.
I mean, I definitely wouldn't say I had anything that knocked my socks off for that reason. But I mean, the stuff that I did have was like good, full of flavor. And the thing is, say for example, like we're in the resort, we had like a lot of options. But I was just saying, no, I can do this every day. I can saltfish and dumplings. I can do this every day. And then of course I'll get like the jerk chicken, have that with hard food or like rice and peas.
Right.
Literally, it's like I can do this every day. Now, I mean, even to the point because I would say in summer, I'm not really a person to have soup. I mean, that's more of like a comfort food
True.
for
True.
cold climates.
True.
But when we were returning from a tour to the Bob Marley Museum, which was like pretty cool, um, we actually stopped up on the roadside to go to a local spot. Now, this to the undiscerning eye, it didn't. It might not have looked too much, but when we opened up the coach doors and I smelled the aroma, I said, "Okay, whatever that soup is, I need it."
Okay. Okay.
Uh, so yeah, I mean the flavors might be odd to some. So because it was chicken foot and red pea soup.
Chicken what?
So
Say that
chicken
again.
foot. Yeah,
Slowly, slowly for us in the back. What was
sure.
that?
So the soup was chicken soup, sorry, chicken foot and red pea soup.
Okay. Chicken foot and red pea soup.
Yes.
The feet, right?
Yeah.
And red pea soup.
Yeah.
Okay. I get it. How was that, Josh? Was that flavorful? Was that delicious? Was that everything that you imagined, or something you didn't imagine?
Um, it was one of the tastiest soups I've ever had. In fact, the
Really?
only the only thing that I wish is that I got the large one. I got the large instead of the small.
Ah,
It was spicy, like all the flavors. Of course, you do have like fragments of the actual chicken foot and the red pea
right,
soup mixed
right.
in, which of course was great. But I was there just like sat back on the coach, just smiling. I was just smiling,
There you go.
and
There you
and
go.
because
There you go.
usually, yeah, because usually like hot weather and soup, that's like a form of torture. Like say for example, I don't eat ice cream in winter for that reason because I'm thinking cold climate. Why I'm eating super cold food? But honestly, I make an exception for that every time, every single
Okay.
time.
Okay. Well, they have soup in Brazil. It's called caldo, and caldo is actually served on the beach. It's 90 degrees, and you're having soup on the beach. I never imagined having soup on the beach, but you know what? Every time I go to the beach, I have caldo because it's that good, and it's in small
Quantities,
little cauldrons, right?
right?
Little clay cauldrons, and it's small. It's like maybe 3, 4, 5 scoops. You're not sitting there having like a big bowl of soup with steam flowing up. It's
Yeah,
just like it's a flavor explosion right in your mouth. You're like, wow, this has a lot of flavor, and that's what it is. It's not for you to sit all day and like drink this soup. And also too, that is also part of the culture. When it gets cold here, you know, soup is, soup is a big thing, right? Oh, 65 degrees. It's cold. Okay. All right. There
Mm,
it is. And we're going to have soup. And the soups are very hearty. And I never imagined that. That's one of the big surprises about Brazil. I never imagined that soup was a really big part of the culture because I always thought that it was hot. And in most cases, they believe in the climate that there are cold sections and therefore soup is appropriate.
well, you've now given me another point of intrigue about Brazil. Now, yeah, we might have to revisit this one for real at some point.
You're always welcome, and all those who are looking are always welcome to come and experience it for themselves. Because it's one thing for me to tell you, it's another thing for you actually to see it for yourself. Because there's many things that just aren't marketed. No one, I've yet to see anyone in any Instagram post go, "Oh, I love the soup on the beach," but it's everywhere. It's all over the place. But it's one of those things that you have to be here in order to experience. There's many things, and when you talked about the chicken legs, I've eaten more different parts of the chicken than I ever imagined. Um, and we have certain things in the U.S. We go, oh, we like the legs, and we like the breast, and we like this. But you know what? Chicken hearts on a skewer over open fire with like herbs and spices and so forth. Oh my God, that is so good. But I didn't know about that until I had Brazilian food, and it's Brazilian common food. It's not the high. It's the regular folks' food.
Yeah,
But you wouldn't know that until you hear and you're actually in the regular restaurants, and it's very flavorful. I never imagined that. They try to get me to eat other stuff, and I'm not, I'm like, okay, I want to see you eat it first, and then, then I try it. They're like, oh, Howard don't know. Oh, hey, try this. Like, where are you eating it? They're like, oh, no, we want to see it. No, 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 not experimenting on the kid. No. But when they're eating things that they like, and I eat their stuff, oh, it's fantastic. Haven't had a bad meal. Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
Always open to new flavors and new meals. That's for sure. Always.
And that's the part of travel that makes it exciting. And once again, that I'm a big fan of Bourdain and a big fan of what he said. He'd travel the world and see. And when I have clients, always it's about restaurants, it's about music, it's about food, it's about culture. Because when you go home, you want to say like, these are the memories I had. Well, the first time I gave one of my clients, they were interested in different kinds of fruits, and there's a fruit here called maracuja, and maracuja is a weird looking kind of fruit. It's round, but when it's ripe, it's very crinkly and has a lot of wrinkles to it. And in the inside, it's mostly like this yellow gelatinous material along with these black seeds. And what the Brazilians do, they put it in a blender, all that in a blender. They blend it up, they add water to it, and that's what makes the juice. And they strain the seeds out of it, and you drink that, right? And so when you flavor it with sugar or honey or so forth, it's very good, but it's also calming. So if you're really hyper and you're like, you have some of this, and it kind of like gives you a little calming
Hmm.
sedative to it.
Yeah, that
Um,
sounds like it'll be useful. Hmm.
Right, but it's things that you're not exposed to, and actually, to you either know Brazilians or you're actually here, and you actually it's
Hmm.
common, it's everywhere, and it's in all the markets. So I'm glad you had a great time in Jamaica. It's always good to meet with family. I had a family for the first time go to Cancun. 22 members of family go to Cancun all together. So folks are traveling internationally in order to see family and friends and so forth. So this is always a great opportunity to share with that. And thank you for sharing about your opportunity to meet some family internationally in Jamaica.
Yeah, and it won't be the last time. That's for sure. Definitely won't be because I definitely do want to go back at some point soon. Just depends on how life goes. But yeah, have to go back. Have to.
You will go back. It's family. Of course you go.
Yeah,
All right. Take care, Josh. Thank you for appearing.
no problem. Thanks for having me.